It. My name is Cindy, and I am a group fitness instructor certified through AFAA and Silver Sneakers. So I'm so glad that you're joining me today because balance is something we can practice to help avoid falls, right? We are going to stumble. Even young people stumble, and our reaction time to catch ourselves on that stumble is so important and can be improved with practice. So enough said, let's get started. We're going to go behind our chair. And this chair is on anchor. So like I said, as we're practicing, we can use it as we need it. So I want you to stand up nice and tall. And I'm going to start a little different than some people might start with balance. I'm going to start with side leg lifts. Simply because we're so used to going forward and backwards that going to the side for practice of balance sometimes can be a little challenging. So I'm lifting the leg. It's nothing high. It's just to get the weight on one foot. But what we're going to do, we're going to challenge ourselves and put two fingers on the chair. Remember, pull up in that core because a strong core helps catch you as well. Then I want you, I love this, take one finger away, right? But if you feel off balance, you grab that chair. And we're going to slow it down a little bit so that when you feel ready, you're going to take the other hand away and challenge yourself. And I always tell my classes there's no shame in knowing when to grab that chair. That's part of practicing. The teetering is actually what stimulates the balance receptors. They kick into, okay, grab the chair. Okay, put that foot down. You feel that? Good. We're going to grab the chair and just bend those knees, give them a little circle, because we're going to repeat that move, but we're going to do it with a bend in those knees and then come up, and a bend in those knees and come up. Great for the knees, great for the abductor. Let's say for some reason that leg doesn't want to come up, you have a sore hip or a sore back, you can just do a little tap to the side. You're going down and tapping. But if you can lift it, that challenges your balance on one foot. And we're going to go to two fingers again. And down and lift. And then we're going to go to one finger and lift and down. And then depending on your confidence level, you're going to take that finger away. And I have a funky arthritic foot, which challenges me. So you can see on that side, I'm a little shaky. So usually there's a reason behind the balance, and that's what we're working on. Even though I don't like to feel uncomfortable, I have to challenge myself. And down, and up, and down. And balance, I would do a couple times a week. 5 to 10 minutes is all you need. And down, and up. Well, enough of that. Let's go ahead. And again, same idea. We're used to going forward. We don't go backwards. I want you to kick that leg gently to the back corner so that your brain gets stimulated with back movement. And then do the other one. And again, both hands are on the chair, just so we get the move where it needs to go. And then we're going to repeat it, two fingers on, and let's stay on this side and practice one finger. That might be enough of a challenge for you, but play with it. Take the other hand away. If you're feeling like this is my good side, if you're feeling really frisky, hold it up there and practice your balance, knowing the chair is there. Use it, right? Good. Just bend those knees to give the legs a little relief. And we're going to the back other corner. Again, pull up a little bit and go to two fingers on the chair. You can do this right at your kitchen counter too. And then one finger on the chair. And then when you're ready, you're going to take that finger away. And you can see my challenge on this side. But again, we have to keep practicing because the more we practice, hopefully, the more confident we'll be. Just kick it back to that corner, back to that corner. You're doing great. Good. Just bend those knees. Now, more commonly, and it is easier, but we can give ourselves some way to challenge ourselves. Let's go to the side of our chair. And you've all seen where you just lift one leg. Very simple, but it's still effective depending on how you do it. You're holding the chair, and then we're going to slow it down and try to let go of the chair. Or the one finger on the chair idea again. Pull up in that core. And then when you're ready, try no fingers and count how long you can hold it. They say you can judge a person's age by how long you can hold this. So you can imagine those kids, they can hold it forever. So up, and you're counting, right? Seeing how far you can go. Now, if that's easy breezy, put it down, lift it up, and a great challenge is to close your eyes right away. The balance kicks in, and the chair is there. Use it. Right? Closing those eyes makes you really have to balance. We're going to go around to the other side and start the same thing because, again, one side might be stronger than the other side. I find that commonly in classes. So one finger on the chair, and if you're feeling like a hip's bothering you or a knee or like your foot, mine is, or your ankle, then just keep that one finger on the chair and slow it down to practice. And then if you feel confident enough, then you can take that away and practice, right? And it's funny, balance can differ on different days. Some days I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling good about this. And other days I'm really challenged with my balance. That's just part of the aging process, I'm afraid. And down and up. Now, another little secret is when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, practice changing feet. I try to remember to do that in the morning, changing balance from side to side, because that is great balance practice. The kitchen counter's right, not kitchen, the bathroom. Sink counter is right there. You can grab it if you need it, right? So remember that when you're brushing your teeth later today, practice a little balance and start counting how long can you hold this, right? You're holding it, grabbing the chair as needed. Very good. Whew, let's go back to the other side. We are going to work behind us with that toe and pull it up. And behind us. And again, hold on to that chair as needed. But when you feel you want a little more challenge, put one finger on it. This going behind is a tricky thing to balance. But if we fall backwards, we're getting our muscle memory by doing this ready to catch us back there. If you feel ready, let go of the chair and practice it. Another way to challenge yourself is to slow it down. Because I want you to feel that uncomfortableness so that you have to catch yourself. That will help things kick in. And now the other side. So we're going back, holding the chair and lifting up. And back and lifting up. And now we're going to slow it down a little bit and bring it up. If any move is too uncomfortable, safety is always more important than the move. Put one finger on it. You just stop and practice one of the ones we did that you felt comfortable. Because I'm giving you several options since these are going on a tape for you later. And you can go back and practice. When you're ready, now this is my funky side, so I don't know if I'll ever be ready, but I'm going to challenge myself. And up, grabbing the chair as I need it. And up. Oh, there was a good catch. And up. And back. And up. And last one. And up. You're doing great, team. We're going to do one without the chair, and it's one you've probably commonly done or seen, but I'm going to try to put a little twist on it. It's the one walking the plank. So we're going to take the right foot and we're going to set it forward like we're trying to line up on a tightrope or a plank. Now, some people do go heel to toe. You go where it challenges you. I'm going to suggest starting with a plank and pulling up, and then letting go of the chair and try to walk that plank, right? And slow. I have people that kind of rush through it, and that's a little too easy. So walk that plank and hold it a little bit, and walk that plank. So going forward, not so bad, but let's try going backwards. We're going back on that plank, and you're trying to keep your feet on that board, not off to the side. And back. And notice I'm holding each one because that challenges me. Good. Oh, just give me a little stampede because we're going to do that again, and then we're going to stop. So let's start with our right foot on that plank. If you weren't challenged, put it next to that toe, closer to it, and that will challenge you more. And what a great workout for those ankles. And we're going forward and forward. Good. Now, if you can hold that, I want you to gently take your head to the side for a little challenge. That will challenge your ankles, your balance, and then the other way. If you feel uncomfortable, move back to the chair and try this. Good. Now we're going to go back and back. Notice I'm taking my time so I can catch my balance. And back and back. Right? Quite easy, but let's now, again, this time we'll look to the left first and hold our balance a little bit. And then the other way. So we have to find moves that will challenge us. So, like I said, the uneasiness and that little, oh, catch myself, right? One last one because you're doing great. I want you to step feet out to the corners a little bit and just bend those knees from side to side. Move a little bit away from your chair. And what I want you to do is take your arm up to the corner and down to the floor, back corner. Up to the corner and down. And when you're ready, I want you to start to lift that back leg a little bit. And again, if you're teetering, don't be embarrassed. That is making that brain work. And up and down and up. And the more you do it now, if you're uneasy, you can leave that toe down. Nothing wrong with that. We all work at our different levels. And down, but if you can, just lift it up. Whoa, and down. Oh, that little catch yourself. Other side, we're going up and down. And lifting that leg and see the difference from my good side to my bad side. And up and down. And up. And again, if it becomes too much, just point that toe. And down. And up. But if you can, just lift that up and down and up. And last one coming up. We already did 10 minutes. Something I suggest is if you're walking sometimes out for a walk, back it up. Because again, it stimulates something in the brain where we're not used to going backwards. So when you're walking this week, or even just around the house, make yourself go backwards to feel that little bit of unsteadiness. And then forward, and then back, right? Now, here's what I do in my classes. We're going forward and we're going back, but now we're going to close our eyes. We're going forward. Now already I feel the uneasiness. And then we're going back, whatever pace. Can you feel the difference? You can feel that little bit of challenge there. Forward and then back. People think we're crazy closing our eyes, but it really does do something. You open them when you feel like, oh boy, that's enough for me. right? All right. Well, I'm glad that you joined me today because I don't want it to become a chore. It should be like a practice. 5, 10, close to 15 minutes, a couple times a week. You'll be surprised. I just had a gal recently said, Cindy, I couldn't believe I hit the curb out in the parking lot and my body automatically caught myself. And that comes from muscle memory. You're practicing your balance and your body remembers how to catch yourself. Very exciting because we don't want to have a fall that causes an injury that makes us immobile. So good for you joining me today for some practice. I'm sure they'll have this up on their website so you can challenge yourself whenever you feel like you want to practice. Have a good rest of the day and thank you for joining me.
Thank you.